Hello everyone, my name is Ian. Welcome back to my hobby YouTube channel in brief book reviews. It's been a while since I've done a book review. I've been very busy of late. I haven't had a chance to read many books, never mind come online and give book reviews. Today I'd like to give a book review to a set of books purchased there a good while ago and have read a couple of times each in helping me with my Irish language skills. These books is called Buntús Cainte, Hain Do Tree. Number one, number two, number three. So just a bit about these books before I talk about the content inside. The books itself were primarily brought out to help and assist Irish people who didn't have that much confidence in speaking Irish. That would aid them in trying to learn more very basic the 4 steps in spoken Irish. If you read these books and you had someone with you that would try to assist you every day or something, I would guarantee you that your confidence and your ability would skyrocket because there's so much wonderful content in there. Okay, so before I carry on, I just want to say, in regards to my my tone of voice, and that I'm trying to speak as clearly as possible for people who wouldn't be familiar with the accent and that. So I try and speak as slowly and as professionally as possible. Normally I don't speak like this, but I'm trying to come across as clear as possible for everyone. Okay, so so these books were, as I said, they were written and illustrated by a gentleman. Written and planned by a gentleman called Tomás O'Donnellan, and they were illustrated by a gentleman called William Bulger. In the old ones never came with a CD, obviously, because CDs weren't invented back in the 60s, but these ones do. Okay, on either side you get 2 on each one, and so in Buntús Cainte, you have excuse me, you have I think like two or three females and 2 males given the talk and the lessons, and as it goes, it's kind of really difficult to understand them. It's starting off because they're from the Gaeltacht, and they have real strong Connemara accents, which for someone like myself who's born in Dublin, even to me, it's really hard to understand them. They also speak Alifa, fluent, so that 100 miles an hour doing it. But if you keep playing it back, you'll catch them, and I suppose this adds the whole appetite to it, the whole aura to it, as opposed to if they were talking really slow, it wouldn't give the effect. But it's, if you're in a room with these people, you'd kind of more, after a while, if you just kind of learned it as you went along. In other words, sometimes it's the best way to learn. That's the best way of putting it. Sometimes it's the best way to learn. But it is difficult at the very start to try and catch what they're saying. I found myself having to repeat. The biggest difficulty I find with the Irish language is pronunciation. It's the pronunciation. If you can master the pronunciation and that, and you can kind of, the Irish language is written kind of like, would say, backwards to the way you would write something in English or Spanish or Italian. But when you get into it and you really practice it, it becomes second nature. Like, I'll give you an instance. Okay, so over in England they say Sussex County. Okay, so in Ireland we'd say County Sussex, if there was a County Sussex in Ireland, but there's not. But that's just an incident. So it kind of, and that's in English. So there's a lot more of it in Irish, where it's saying things reverse. You'll get the understanding as you go along with the books and that. So yeah, they were primarily brought out to help people and aid people who maybe struggle in school or something like that, or lost the language over a period of time. Um, yeah, so that's basically it. I don't want to touch on politics about the Irish language or nothing on that. I just want to concentrate on what's in the content. Okay, so the content in the content, it starts out very basic. Um, Most of the stuff with this is based upon, I wouldn't say religion, but it's kind of, it have stuff like church, priest, sagat, chapel, ogia, a good day in Irish is deagut, and that which dia is God, so with the singular for yourself, how are you, as opposed to the if you're talking to several people, not several people. So it starts off very basic. Tá sé, it is, for cold, te hot, terum gial flucht. Yeah, and it just keeps going on. So it'll talk about the weather there, and talk about the temperature. Talks about tá sé mar, níl sé beag, I'm big, I'm small, and it goes on and on and on. And you might think at the very start that this is a bit too childish for me, but trust me, as it goes on, it's quite difficult. It gets more and more, and the biggest thing for me is definitely pronunciation. It's like really difficult to pronounce some of the words. I still struggle with it today. Okay, so I bought these a long time ago because I wanted to because I wasn't educated in this country, and that I didn't go to school in this country. I wanted to try and have some sort of language, some sort of knowledge of the Irish language, my own language, and I do, and I'm very grateful that I do. And I got these books, and the first one, actually, I got a copy of it. This is the second copy, obviously, but the first one I ever got was from my grandfather, who passed it on to me. So I kind of felt an obligation to try and learn at least, because he'd passed it on to me. But anyway, yeah, so these are still in production today. If anyone's interested in learning them, what I would suggest, if anyone who knows any of them, any person that actually prints these out, or any stuff like this, or is has an interest in making them, or what I would like to see is perhaps this content not so much being upgraded, possibly upgraded a little bit, but not so much being upgraded, because all the content is fantastic, it really is. But maybe just with the CDs, the audio, it's on MP3 player also, and I think you might be able to get some sort of app that's related to it. I'm not too sure, but I would like to see slower, them talk a bit more slowly for people, just to give them more confidence and more of an understanding. Okay, yeah. So basically, that's it today. It's 8.5 minutes there. So I wanted to come back online and give just a review for this. I cherish these books. I really do, because they're fantastic, and I do wish that more Irish people would speak Irish regularly, on a daily basis or weekly basis or something, and not just leave it up to Shotland or Goyle, once a year. So that's my book review today. Very pro Buntús Cainte, and I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're staying safe. I hope things are getting better for you now as we come out of the COVID-19 situation. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try and bring out a couple of more book reviews, but I'm also going to try and look at giving some reviews to some films as well, because I really like films as much as I like doing books. Reading books, sorry, doing books, reading books, and yeah, so that's it. Anyway, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you can understand me and I'm speaking more clearly. 'Cause I do try and speak as clearly as possible for people. So take it easy, all the best. Slán go fóill.